Welcome back. For those who are new to the channel, I am Johanna Burkhardt. I am the Soul Shaman. And I wasn't going to do an update this quickly, but let's be real, the energy is very intense already. And so I am going to give an energy update for today through January 21st, 22nd of 2019, because I feel like we all are going to need a little bit of guidance this week. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to be super real and honest with you guys and be vulnerable because I am feeling this energy. It's already began for me. It actually started about 2 days ago. Anytime there's a full moon and eclipse involved, the energy is super, super heightened. And I already am a moon child and feel the moon energy at least 3 days out. And so for me to already be feeling it now lets me know that it's going to be intense for a lot of people. And here's the thing, when it comes to intense emotions, when it comes to having things in front of us that we need to face, it can be very easy to shut down. It can be very easy to shut down, to run away, to medicate. And what I'm here to tell you is it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The cornucopia that is waiting for us on the other side of this is unreal. It's unreal. Because how they showed this to me is quite interesting. I myself struggle from time to time still with attachment. And an attachment is when we take something personal, when we make something about us, when we choose to suffer because we say, this is about me, this is within my control, and I have to do something about it. I have to fix it. I have to make it right. I have to fix that person. I have to use this product. I have to do this thing, or it won't work, right? Or I can't be free, or I can't be happy. We seek outside of ourselves and we distract ourselves by trying to fix other people so that we don't have to look at ourselves. In this intense week that we will be experiencing, there is a lot of karmic memory coming to the surface. There's a lot of opportunity for us to make a massive shift in our consciousness collectively, and of course individually. These patterns that we have held on to for so long, maybe we thought we've healed them, right? Maybe you thought that you've dealt with that, and now all of a sudden you find yourself triggered as shit by something that someone has said or done, and you feel this flood of heavy emotion coming at you, and your first instinct is to shut down or to run. I actually noticed for the very first time in a while my heart attempting to constrict back in, close back down, and it actually was painful, and it didn't feel good. And I said, you know what? This week may be very uncomfortable for me. It may be uncomfortable for a lot of people. But I know that if I stand tall, rooted in who I am and what I am capable of, then I can allow that energy to move through me. And I can transmute it as it does. I can relax and breathe and open myself up to the flow of this energy. Because when I resist, when I constrict, when I protect and try to close myself in, becomes more intense. They showed me when it comes to people or things, because a lot of the patterns that are going to be showing up involve codependency, involve us sticking our noses in businesses that are not ours. Instead of staying focused on ourselves, keeping the eye on the prize. The prize is you. The prize is the magic that's inside. But we reflect, or deflect, I should say, and we do this and we say, look at all your shit. Don't look at mine. And we focus our attention on what everybody else is doing. So this week, more than ever, stay focused on you and only you. Don't medicate. Don't run away. Don't shut down. Allow. Let go. Relax. Breathe. And in those moments when you're like, how do I let go? Here's the visual that they gave me. It was kind of a bit much at first, but if you think about it, sometimes that's what we need to let go of, right? We need to see something that is uncomfortable. So we're like, we don't want to make that our responsibility. I don't want to hold that anymore. That's contaminated energy. They showed me a person who I am dealing with right now in a pattern. He's not the point of the pattern. The pattern is there, but he is the current manifestation of that pattern. And they showed me that person in front of me, and they began to weigh him down with his bad habits, with his illnesses, with all of his beliefs. And they showed me with these huge chains wrapped around his arms, wrapped around my wrists and in my hands. And they showed me exhausted. I was exhausted because no matter how much more he piles on himself in resistance to facing his own demons, the heavier it got for me. The more exhausted I was trying to hold him up. Because that's what we're doing, right? When we're trying to control a person, place, or thing, when we're trying to control our environment in any way, we are in fact chaining ourselves to that person, place, or thing, and then trying to hold it all up simultaneously. And the energy output that it takes for us to do this is ridiculous. And when I got done watching that, I said, yeah, I'm done. That is not something I wish to do anymore. It's a lot. So know that you're not alone. You're not alone. I have been on my healing journey for years. And this week, I am detoxing my body even more. I've given up coffee and giving my adrenals a rest. And I'm just really allowing myself to feel everything. And knowing that I have permission to sit with my emotion. I am giving myself grace and saying, I don't have to freaking like what I'm feeling. I don't have to like that I'm angry or that I'm confused or that I'm emotional or whatever. I just have to accept that this is where I am in this moment, and I just have to love myself through it. Knowing that if I can do this, which I know I can, just as you can too, every pattern, every person, every place or thing that I feel is a vice on my life, that I feel I need to control, that I just can't allow, that I just can't let go, and come into neutrality about it, then that is something that I am trying to hold on to, and that is weighing me down. It's actually keeping me stuck where I am and not allowing me to flow fluidly into the direction that I want to go. It's an anchor. How many anchors do you have in your life? How are you showing up for yourself? How are you giving your power away and saying that it's not your fault, that someone else is to blame, that it's too hard? We didn't come here for roses and butterflies. We came here to grow, to evolve. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to change. It's uncomfortable to grow. But what if we just let go and said, I don't know what the F's going to happen this week. I don't know what the F is going to happen if I let go of this person, place, or thing. If I don't know all the answers, if I don't know where I'm going, if I don't know what's next, what if I let go and it's better than ever? What if I let go and it's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced? Because I had expectations of what my life was supposed to be, and that is why it is so resistant. That is why it's not working. It's why the abundance isn't falling down upon me. When the only expectation you need to have in your life is to show up for yourself, to love yourself, to accept yourself, and to not take shit so seriously. So this week, the energy is going to be intense for a lot of people. And know that if you are confronted with a pattern, with a emotion, that it's ready. It's ready to be seen and heard and released. Because when you release it, you're loving it. You're loving yourself. You're giving it back to its source and saying, you can return to love now. Be gentle with yourself. Have grace. Stay focused on you, nobody else. And if you fall down, get back up. If you beat yourself up, override it. In that moment, stop and say, that is not my truth. That is not my truth. I overwrite you. And love yourself through it. That is the only way. That is the only way to get through the intense emotion, is to love yourself through it. A lot of times we can feel the shift dramatically change the day after the new moon. But with this energy, it's going to linger. And we're going to feel the push even more, if you haven't already, to get into your purpose, to stand in your light, to take the power back in your life. So this massive purging and clearing of beliefs and limitations that we are about to go through is needed, because we need to open ourselves up for the light and the love and the downloads and the creations that are about to come through us, to be birthed through us. We have to make space for those things. We need to lighten our load so that we can flow freely. This is the cornucopia that is coming on the other end of that. But it is going to be a couple of days after the full moon before we will feel that shift completely. Some will feel it before others or after others. This isn't a judgment of timeline. Everybody's going to feel this differently. But if you are one of those in this collective that is feeling the intensity, that will begin to feel the intensity, just know that we plant the best seeds of hope in the dark, where we think there's no hope. We didn't go there looking for hope. We went into the dark space to plant the seeds of hope, to know that the light will shine again, that the love will pour through us once again, and it will begin to grow. We will begin to grow, to transform, to bloom, to allow that abundant energy, that love to emanate through, just as a flower does. You're not alone. This energy is amazing. And no matter how tough it gets, no matter how much time, how many times you want to quit, you want to hide, you want to medicate, you don't want to let it in, I challenge you to say, I trust, I open, and I let go. I know I will get through this. This was a little bit different than my expectations of what I was going to be saying, but this is what obviously needed to come through. We have a lot of people that struggle with attachment and struggle with letting go. And I want to invite you into my sacred space on Facebook, into Magical Soul. It is by a donation of devotion to join. But we are putting on the most amazing experience this Saturday, the 19th, called Reset and Reclaim, about reclaiming that magic within you, resetting your energies. We're going to be going through a heavy week, and what an amazing gift to just have this beautiful energetic clearing and this beautiful masterclass type style training on codependency and boundaries and reclaiming your power, your magic. And as always, I wish for you to please like, subscribe, and share these messages, because we are not here to do this alone. And someone will need these words of hope. I'm Johanna Burkhardt, and I will see you next time. Bye.